Did you know it's possible to become addicted to hopelessness and sadness? Hey, David Essel here. David Essel's Daily Video Boost, your exclusive online video community. Remember to take notes, write things down. Do not trust your brain. You know it doesn't work like that. You got to take notes, okay? Also, share these videos. Share them all over the place. Let's get people more educated on what it takes to become happy, successful, and filled with peace so you can become addicted to hopelessness and sadness. And how is that? It's a physical addiction, an emotional, and a psychological addiction. So number one, when you go into this place of hopelessness and sadness, and I'm not being Pollyanna here and saying that you should never be hopeless when you are in a hopeless situation, or you should never be sad when you're in a sad situation, but people take circumstances and they carry it for their whole lives and they become victims. And life isn't fair, and it isn't fair, but we don't have to carry that forward. So this is what happens. You have an experience of hopelessness, like things will never change. You'll never heal. You'll never get sober. You'll never find love. You'll never get the money you want. And so you go into hopelessness. In the brain, it will release chemicals, cortisol, adrenaline even, that will further deepen the feeling of hopelessness. And then you start to create thoughts around sadness or hopelessness, and you run them through your brain over and over and over again, which creates the addictive cycle to start. The body starts to become used to this feeling of hopelessness and sadness. The subconscious mind picks up the pattern of feeling hopeless and sadness on a daily basis, and the subconscious mind has one position in life, and that is to keep you right where you are. You take 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10 weeks of talking about how sad you are, feeling how hopeless you are, discussing how hopeless you are. All of a sudden there's a pattern in the subconscious mind that says this is the new normal, and it will do everything it can to keep you in a state of hopelessness and sadness. Then the next thing we do is we start to find people that will talk to us about their hopelessness and sadness. They will agree to it with us, that life is not fair. They will actually reinforce our hopelessness and our sadness by telling us that whatever happened to us isn't fair, it's not our fault, it's someone else's fault. Okay, here we go with victimhood. Victimhood is now increasing. The subconscious mind picks up the sadness and the victim mentality, and it starts to reinforce it. And then all of a sudden we start to attract more and more people around us who are hopeless, who are sad. And the cycle continues. Emotionally, it gets grounded. Physically, through the release of chemicals, it gets grounded. Psychologically, we start to look for all the things in the world that are hopeless and causing sadness. Do you see what I'm saying? We can create an addiction. But the great news is, just like alcoholism and heroin addiction and everything else, there's not an addiction in the world that can't be shattered, let go of, where you can walk forward for life in a positive, powerful new way. But the very first thing you have to do is start recording your thoughts of hopelessness and sadness. That's right, put it in the physical world. Number one. Number two, you need to make a decision to cut down on the amount of time you speak to others about hopelessness and sadness. Number three, you need to cut out the number of people that are in your life right now that reinforce hopelessness and sadness by talking about their own stories. As you follow these tips, you will slowly and gradually come back to earth. Groundedness, peace, and love. I would love to help you. We've been doing this for 30 years. Our work is guaranteed. Visit me at talkdavid.com right now, or send an email to this video. You and I will work together, and we'll shatter the sadness and hopelessness forever. Remember, share these videos. Take notes. Let's rock today. Have a great day.